Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube, the Twitch, and wherever you get your podcast audio worldwide. Thank you very much, phone, for letting me know that I'm live. I already knew that. Good morning, Mark. How the hell are you?
Good morning, J-Bone. Thank you so much for being here with me this lovely morning. And for everyone that is tuning in, we're here because I could not stay up late last night. That show ended way too late for me. I love that it started at 9, but damn, I'm an old-ass man. Can't be doing reviews at 2 in the morning and stuff.
Yeah, and between the Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, and then, piggybacking onto this, I was like, oh, yeah, honestly, I did feel the same way. So I wasn't complaining when you're like, hey, let's do this in the morning. I was like, okay, just not too early.
It's like when you know you're going to ditch out of an event early and then the event gets canceled and you're like, yes, took it out of my hands completely.
So we're going to cover a lot of little things this morning. We got some news to talk about. We got some re-debuts. We got some re-signings. I do want to touch on the Ring of Honor show just because there were some significant, really fun parts of the show that kind of tied into what we're also going to be talking about, of course, is the Multiverse of Matches. So, hey, we're actually getting a few people in here this morning. Good morning. So grab your coffee, grab your donuts, don't grab that.
Grab. It's a Saturday morning wrestle show. What could be better?
There you go. Just like cartoons, only a little less G-rated, I guess.
Well, it's just like when I was a kid, man. Live from the Sportatorium in Houston, Texas. No, that's not it. But you know what I mean. I don't know what your Saturday morning wrestling was. AWA, probably.
My Saturday morning wrestling right before high school was when WCW was doing their studio stuff.
Okay, so Saturday, what was it? No, that was Saturday Night's Main Event. That was WWE. What was the Worldwide? WCW Worldwide.
Yeah, whatever it was. I don't know.
Whatever their Saturday morning show was.
It was before the Attitude Era. I mean, it was still pretty. I mean, we're talking late 80s, so.
Yeah, so
whatever was going on then, I don't know. It's all blurry.
Yeah.
All I know is that I loved me some Ric Flair and Luger back in the day. So.
We've been over this, but for those long-term time viewers, they already know I've never been a Lex Luger fan. Like, even as a kid, he never did it for me. For some reason, but I get that he's like absolutely iconic of that time, like one of the most important figures, like in that little era right there, that stretch.
Oh, he was, dude. I thought he was awesome.
Well, he had the look. I mean, the look. His look was just absolutely incredible.
He did, he and you look at wrestling a lot different as a kid, and we're grizzled old veteran watchers of wrestling, so we think differently now than we did back when we were a kid. And it was simple, and there wasn't social media, and there wasn't, if I like this person, what will people say? No, there was none of that.
Yeah, exactly. And I just never liked Lex Luger, but no one ever gave me shit for it because who cares, right? Back then, it was like you like who you like.
Exactly.
So did you want to, J-Bone, if we're going to do news, let's actually, I haven't run the news clip in a long time, so I would like to run J-Bone's news real quick here.
Have at her, man.
All right. So on a very special Saturday morning edition for you longtime wrestling fans, now it's time for
Jiminy Christmas.
What will Jay talk about? He hasn't done the news in a while, but he looks prepared this morning. I believe he has some notes, some coffee to pep him up. We should probably get a little bit of talk about Ring of Honor. I'm sure we'll get some impact.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
Russo cut you off there. So
He did. I had to let him talk.
We love Russo. All right. So, what do we want to talk about first? Should we talk about?
Let's do Supercard of Honor first, since we're not going to really go in depth on that one.
No, not in depth, but it was a fun show. You know, I did take a few notes from it. This isn't going to be a formal, like, top to bottom review or nothing. I'll say this: for those of you who maybe were fans and were questioning on watching the Supercard of Honor, you should give it a watch. It was a very fun show, you know, because Tony did bring back some of the OG, and when I say OG, I mean pre-shutdown, you know, Ring of Honor stars like Dalton Castle and some of those guys. So it was fun to see, you know, if that's your cup of tea. I gotta though point out one of the hottest tag matches I have ever seen in my entire life. Go out of your way, folks, to watch the Briscoes versus FTR.
Well, the pedigree is certainly there for that. I believe you. The pedigree is absolutely there. One of the best tag matches you've ever seen in your life.
Yes.
Okay, compare it to Omega Hangman versus the Bucks at Revolution 2 years ago. Way better than that?
I'd say it equals that. Absolutely.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, they're different matches.
Yeah,
you know,
but that was
different,
like a top tier tag match in my mind.
Oh yeah, and that match was like one that absolutely, in my mind, solidified Hangman and Omega as a tag team. Because it was one of those things where, you know, when they throw together tag teams like that, it takes a while for it to. Sometimes you're on board immediately, and sometimes it's like, I'm not sold on it. Kind of like Cesaro and Sheamus, you know, one of those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah, that you're right though. That's when they won the belts, and it really did solidify them as a real tag team. It was Kenny's first gold, Hangman's first gold.
Right. But yeah, and the hype, the insane angry hype that was online, especially on the end of the Briscoes, just going nuts at every promo, some a little more comical than others, thanks to Mark, you know, just being goofy. But oh my God, this was just balls to the wall action.
I'll have to look this one up.
The end was fun because FTR's been in a transitional phase, you know, going from heel to babyface. And I try not to overthink that stuff, but they definitely are in that phase. And after the match, the Young Bucks showed up and super kicked the Briscoes, in a sense, super kicking them maybe out of the company.
Yeah.
And then FTR came in for a rescue, which then solidified them being baby faces, you know? Because during the match, it was either or, honestly, with what was happening.
I would have to think that Briscoes were working face at an ROH show. Like at the end here.
They're just over, you know? They do what they do. It's a little bit of everything, you know, similar to Stone Cold Steve Austin. He can be nasty, but you still love him. You know?
Yeah.
So the future of the Briscoes is wide open, folks. And they also just won the GCW tag titles back here.
Impact Wrestling, baby.
I'm hoping they see, the thing is, and I said this while we were live last night. I said to Steve, by the way, thanks again to Simply Steve of the UK team for joining me live. I said this, I was like, not to overthink it, but it kind of felt like if they won, they were in. If they lost, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's well documented that Tony Khan doesn't have any particular love for the Briscoes. So I think that a lot of people are assuming AEW and or are out. I can't see them going to the WWE under any conditions or circumstances. To me, if I'm them, I'm looking at Impact. You know, that's maybe I'm biased and I'm being hopeful, but it really does make sense.
It does. You know, veterans like that can certainly 20-year veterans, folks. Let's not knock it. That pedigree is welcome, I would think, anywhere.
Well, and there appears to be quite the mutual respect between the two companies that have been around for the last 20 years as the opposition companies to up north. Like everyone from ROH that's already over, from commentary to ring announcing to talent to Carrie Silken. I mean, it would be such an easy integration, I think. And the Impact men's tag division, they're playing Mario Kart downstairs. The Impact tag division is finally getting back to a place of respectability. It's been, totally hit or miss with the Good Brothers as tag champs for a while, and we've all had our issues with that. But now even the Good Brothers are starting to become interesting. The last couple of Good Brothers matches have been really fantastic. And then the rest of the tag division is just building out around them. So I absolutely could see the Briscoes coming here.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm really, really, really hoping. All right, I was just going to see if I could adjust something. All right. Hey, we're getting a few more people here this morning. Great to see some of the usual fam in here. I was trying to think of something else. Oh, okay. So,
on the ROH card?
Yeah, just touching on it. We saw that Samoa Joe came back at the end, and that was obviously the tease from TK himself saying, hey, I know there's other shows going on, and it was one of those things that I think it was a indirect reference to not necessarily knocking Impact Wrestling, but he knew they were going to overlap. But he made it a point to say, hey, don't turn away. You're going to want to stay till the end, because he knew it was happening. So I'm very excited, especially if you saw the scrum last night after the show. It's very interesting to see the point of view of Samoa Joe, a veteran like him, coming back to Ring of Honor / being elite now in All Elite Wrestling. Was I kind of hoping he'd come back to the Impact fam? Yeah, but he's looking at the end of his career now. Yeah. He wants to make that big coin. You can't blame him, honestly. As a fan, it's like, hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's better than coming back for one match and then you dropping the title and then getting let go and then being rehired. And yeah, at least this will be some consistency, presumably.
Right. And he wasn't super negative. There were the people last night in the scrum that really tried to dig in that, hey, you've had a really horrible last couple years. What a nightmare you had, just trying to dig in that, trying to get that kind of response from him. And he wasn't needled by it at all. He didn't dig into it. He was just real calm, cool, and collected, and was like, yeah, it is what it is. Like, he's been around long enough that, companies come and go. Your career goes on. You do with it what you can. And he's very excited about the future. He tried to put that in there. Yeah. Thank you for the super sticker, brother. David.
Thank you very much, David. Very, very much.
So, but nonetheless, if you're a Samoa Joe fan, I invite you to go check out some of the other products and see what he does. This is the end of his career, folks. I have to imagine he's going to have some insane matches in this chapter, what could be the final chapter of his career. So
I wonder what kind of condition he's in, though. He has had a rough last few years. That's no lie. Injury wise, he's not been 100% in a while, years. So I hope that he's fully rested, fully healed, and not taking crazy bumps on the concrete stairs.
Yeah, and that's part of that. Is being smart in the tail end of this latter chapter of your career, is being smart. He said he did take extra time because he was concussed, and he didn't want to rush that return, which is why he was out of the ring so much.
After the cross match, or before that?
Whenever it was, I don't know.
Okay. Well, hopefully he's 100%. You always want to see guys out there giving their best, and not go out. You hate when a guy comes out and has a rotten last run, and it just, I don't want to see that happen to him. Like Christopher Daniels comes to mind with what's happening in AEW right now. I was really hoping he'd get a really nice, strong last run. But
well, he kind of had that in Ring of Honor when he was world champ, and maybe that's all he wanted.
Yeah, could be.
Who knows?
Could be. Yeah,
you know?
True story.
He's been around long too, you know.
Yeah, true story.
Well over 20 years. So
Daniel's been active since the 90s, so yeah.
Yeah. So let's not kid ourselves. He's
done a lot.
Yeah. And he's doing so you gotta kind of hunt and pick, but it's he's doing some fun stuff on the indies. So if he comes near you in the indies, go check it out.
True. Good idea. That's true.
There is an interim. Now I know there's a lot of different opinions of it, but I don't want to like really bog that down with that particular opinion. There's an interim champ, women's champ, excuse me, for Ring of Honor. It was Willow versus Mercedes, and very fun match. Mercedes Martinez came out on top. Now I was, you kind of fantasy book stuff, and well, I thought maybe Mercedes Martinez would come in with the Briscoes and be like, hey, just jump in the same car and head over there.
That's what I thought was going to happen too.
But, it didn't happen. And, but it was a wild night. There were some people yesterday that did 2, 3, maybe 4 shows. I mean, there was insane wrestling all day long. Guys like Minoru Suzuki, Ishii, Jay White, they all had several shows.
I think Mike Bailey had 4 or 5 matches between Thursday and Friday.
Dude, he's got to take a nap.
Yeah. No kidding.
And we'll get to his stuff later, which was very entertaining by itself. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see when and where the Mercedes Martinez match versus Deonna Purrazzo will happen. It certainly could have happened last night. It did not happen. We got a nice match. And like I said, we'll get to that. It's not happening at Rebellion. Tony Khan and Scott D'Amore are just going to have to put their heads together and figure something out.
I think if Tony Khan gets his head out of his ass, they can figure something out. That might be what's necessary. That would be my guess.
Well, and I don't blame Deonna Purrazzo for not wanting to be overbooked.
Oh, I don't either. But we all know there's a very, very well-established history now of AEW talent not being allowed to lose. I don't want to see Deonna drop in a situation that makes her look weak. Like, especially since she already schooled Mercedes when she was here. So
yeah.
I don't like. I like Mercedes Martinez, but I care about the legitimacy of Deonna Purrazzo's reigns, right? Like, as much as I should care about something like that. But I don't want to see her get fucked over. Impact got fucked in repeatedly from behind on the AEW partnership. I just don't want to, see it go down like that again, because this is probably the last time, if I had to guess.
Well, I mean, you never know what's going to happen in the future, but it's Ring of Honor's in a transition phase. You're going to have new champs come in, old champs leaving, and we saw a lot of that during the Supercard of Honor show. We don't know what the future is for Rhett Titus. We don't know what the future is for Josh
Woods lost, yeah.
Yeah. But he also has been on some, I believe, dark elevation shows.
Josh Woods?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was strictly an ROH guy, because I've only ever seen him in ROH, and I don't watch a lot of ROH.
Yeah. But we also found out last night that Wheeler Yuta, after he beat Josh Woods for the Pure Championship, I believe, he is now officially signed by AEW. Oh, and Ring of Honor.
It took a long time to get there, considering he was an ROH guy.
It did. And I've been a fan of his for 5-6 years now, because I became a fan of his on Flow Slam when he was on I think it was Evolve shows. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Evolve shows. And yeah, he's come a long way, and he's put on some amazing matches over the last year.
Willie is fantastic. I liked him in ROH. Like the very first time I saw him, the first round of the Pure tournament, like a year ago, I immediately liked him. So good for him. Yeah. But all right.
So that's about it from the Ring of Honor show. Just wanted to touch on a few things, really.
A lot of big things happen. That's a lot of big stuff. Interim champions, Briscoe's leaving, Young Bucks showing up, Samoa Joe returning. I mean, that's a lot of stuff going down.
Yeah, and I feel like it could have been anything at the end there, all the way up to, hey, maybe Bray Wyatt showing up and reigniting a brand like a Ring of Honor and just flipping it on its head. You don't know. It was one of those weekends. Because we know he's in Dallas. Why is he in Dallas?
That's what's exciting about this weekend is everyone's in the same place, so you truly don't know. Anything could happen. I mean, we saw Nick fucking Aldis in an Impact ring last night.
You mean Magnus?
Yes. Punk Nova Trace with the super chat says, are you going to watch any shows today? J-Bone, what's on your wrestling schedule today?
Well, I think that the NXT show is going on now or soon, if it hasn't started already. Why it's happening so early, God only knows. It's kind of, but I know WrestleMania days are long, and because of the schedule and other things happening, maybe they didn't want to compete too much with other brands or per se, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know what the reason is, but it's super early. Usually it's at night. Today is night 1 of Mania?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is night 2. I am planning on watching WrestleMania. So
are you really?
Oh yeah.
Which night?
Both.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You want to see Austin or what?
I've got the cock.
Yeah. I also have premium cock. You want to touch it?
I see your premium. I can't say it.
I see your premium cock, and I raise you my own cock.
No, I was gonna do the Schwartz line.
I see Schwartz says it's big as mine.
It's as big as mine.
Yeah.
Zach says it starts at 12.
What does that stand and deliver?
Yeah, the NXT show, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that looks fun. I don't know what's all happening. I kind of dig Ziggler as a champ, but.
Oh, I forgot, Jay. Charles says you're a big Cody Rhodes guy, so you also want to see Cody come back.
Oh, yeah. I love Cody Rhodes, man. And I always was a fan of his. Yeah. I felt like whatever gimmick he had in his 10-year run in WWE prior to everything else he's just done over the last 5+ years, whatever it's been, he knocked it out of the park, man. He owned it. You know, sexy stash guy, Stardust. He owned it, man.
He gets I'm not a Cody fan, but he gets a lot of shit. But I will say I respect his business acumen. Like I feel like without Cody, AEW might not even exist, or not at this point, or in this form that we got. So he takes a lot of chances on himself, and I can respect that. Cody's his own guy. He's going to do his own thing, and you always know that. And I do respect that. I don't like his character on screen. I can't stand him in the ring. I hate his wrestling style, but as a man and as a person, he seems to be have his head on real straight. So props to Cody for that.
And I heard his pops, rest in peace, also got some brand new shirts over on WWEshop.com. I think that's another sign. So it is what it is.
Well, they've always owned the rights to the likeness of the American Dream, right? They've pretty much had Dusty's likeness under contract, yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't until the last year or so where Cody really owned his name again.
Yeah, I remember when he finally was able to use his name again.
And now he's going to lose it again.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do, right? At the end of the day.
It ain't no secret. I need a job.
No, yeah. He's got to go somewhere, so.
Yeah. So
Kurt Wetzel, same here actually. Well, a little bit after that. No, a little bit before that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that is starting.
Wait, are you watching NXT too? Then, are you going to watch Stand and Deliver?
I not like now, but because
Later
it's actually starting in a couple minutes, I guess.
Oh yeah, 5 minutes. Terrence says that is
so yeah, show's over. Gotta go. No. I'll watch it on the replay when I got time in the coming week or whatever. Because there's a lot of stuff I want to catch up on. You know, there's a lot of shows. Hey, that's a sexy pic there. Like that.
The King and the Queen. Double autographed. I bought it from Taya, and I was like, "Hey, can you have Johnny autograph it too?" She was like, "Oh, sure, sweet, 2 for 1."
Nice. That's cool. That's really cool.
I bought it from Steelz. You can get it on her big cartel.
There you go. Get it. So let's talk a little bit of news and then jump into the review. Okay. The review's probably honestly not going to get too long just because I've only had so much coffee in me this morning.
Same. And I got to pee because in the morning, I don't know about you guys, but I drink a lot of coffee and it comes out.
Well, dude, quick. If you ever got to cut out, just say so and I'll.
We'll do. J-Bone, we need to remember to do this though. What Jeff said, we should watch the Steiner Hall of Fame. I'm sure the speech was fucking amazing.
Now that was during or after SmackDown? I was a little confused on that.
Wait, they ran SmackDown live last night? Was Rampage live last night?
It was. And that was also a funny part of the scrum from.
Then ROH was live at the same time as Rampage?
Yes.
What the fuck?
That's funny. So I just got to say this real quick and then we'll jump into news about Impact Wrestling specifically. The Young Bucks kind of pulled a Rick Rude last night because they wrestled on Rampage and then they showed up at the pay-per-view.
Terrence says it was not. Rampage was not live.
Well, no, it wasn't live, but it aired at the same time.
I thought it was live, like because everyone's in down. I thought it was live.
Once in a while in a really big market.
Yeah, Christian and Kenny was live.
They'll book it a separate night.
Yeah.
But no.
Okay. I figured this is the biggest the market gets, so I assumed that Rampage was live. You know, that's a good opportunity to do it live.
No, I don't think TK could snort that much cocaine to do both shows at the same time.
Yeah. It would take a lot of the yay to get you running for that kind of stuff.
He'd have to look like, Tony Montana on the piles this big on his desk, like, all right, let's do this. Jiminy Christmas. All right. So we saw some big news right before the multiverse of, I always want to say madness, matches. And we have a re-signing for a multi-year deal, Ace Austin.
Hell yes.
That's great.
Man, for those who are, well, everyone who's an Impact fan, I just assume is a hardcore fan because there's not a bunch of casual Impact fans. Like almost everyone in our community sees Ace as the future or part of the future and one of the pillars of this company.
Yes.
To re-sign Ace, I cannot state how important it is that they re-signed Ace Austin. I would even put him in terms of the future of the company. It was more important to sign Ace than to sign Moose. If Moose walks, I'm okay with Ace being the guy that was maybe chosen for that, that spot or whatever. Because I'm guessing after this run, this is total speculation, by the way, no insider knowledge. I'm just guessing Moose is going to go somewhere else. But dude, to me, Ace Austin is one of the most important people you could have signed. So congratulations to Ace and to Impact. I hope it's a 10-year deal. Do we know? Did it say how long it is?
At least it said multi-year.
2 years.
If it's two, maybe 3.
Two with an option.
On what he wants. Yeah. It certainly could be. However you pronounce I don't know how you pronounce that, but they need to put the title on Ace like yesterday. We've been big Ace fans. We've seen his improvement. I think a world title is absolutely in his future.
100%.
Just remember, it's all about timing.
Yeah.
Because Moose is having a great run right now. Josh Alexander's probably going to be next. So, so we'll see what happens.
Ace's time will come. Last note on Ace, you can take your time with him now. The time that I felt it was most important was when he was still eligible to be the youngest Impact World Champion ever, because currently right now Tessa Blanchard has that honor and Tessa Blanchard doesn't deserve it. Sorry, Tessa fans, she doesn't deserve shit. Her run was ass. So really I was hoping that Ace would get that honor for the history books, but we're past that point now. So now you can take your time, let Josh have his incredible run. The main event scene right now is deep as shit. So no rush on Ace, man. They did the right thing. They signed him long-term. They do need, though, to get him out of the X division. Ace has done all you can do in the X division. I would like to see him moved out into the main event scene.
Yeah. I believe that. I think depending on who you have competing in the X division, I think he still certainly does fit. But Dr. Gerbs, short
Dr.
for
Gerbs.
Dr. Gerbs. All right, Dr. Gerbs. Got it.
I like Gerber. I fed it to my children.
Yeah, man.
Good stuff.
The strained plums are.
Dude, actually, I fed it to my son. With my daughter, like my first kid. You remember, you have multiple children, J-Bone. Yeah. Like there's what happens with the first kid, and then there's what happens with the second kid. My daughter, the older one, dude, we hand blended all her food. We made baby food at home the whole time. My son, it was like I was just whatever's on the shelf. Like it's so funny how different, that first time, like, man, everything has to be perfect,
Or am I thinking of the blueberries? I don't know what it was, but man, I had some favorites as a kid and I still remember that. But anyways. Oof, weird. All right. We also saw the return of Taya Valkyrie. And I know you absolutely lost your mind. I said this as soon as it happened. I said, oh my God, somewhere Mark is falling out of his damn chair right now. Please tell me you fell out of your chair.
Oh, dude, it's funny. I watched it in the treehouse with the patrons, right? And because I actually had to stream it last night because Truck had something come up. So for those of you that were in the treehouse, and there's a few of them in chat here with me, yeah. I lost my shit, and then out in the regular Discord chat, Critical Sting was like, I bet Mark can't even talk right now. And my post was literally just a bunch of fucking letters because it was just gibberish because I was freaking the fuck out. I mean, it was fuck. As soon as her fucking music hit, like I got like teary-eyed, and I was like, "Oh fuck, no way!" So yeah, dude, I was fucking over the moon. I mean, everyone, right? Like everybody fucking loves Taya. She's our favorite,
Oh, dude, she really hit. She really had an amazing. It was like the longest reigning
341 days, something like that.
It was over a year, I thought.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. No, it was over a year. Yeah. No, you're right. It was over a year.
370?
Maybe it was 4 something. Maybe it was 4 something. But it is still the longest reigning. Deonna didn't make it because she had to drop the title to Sue in there between her 2 reigns.
Yeah, there was. Your kids were upset about that. Jiminy Christmas.
Can you hear them?
Yeah, I can.
Mario Kart's serious shit. For those of you that play Mario Kart, nothing like a red shell right on that last lap at the end of the course, motherfucker.
Oh, and it messes you up and bananas everywhere. Yep.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, and I know she was probably holding out for bigger coin from another company.
She said so herself.
Right. And I haven't listened to that, but I did hear about those clips from our our private chats and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You reach a certain point in your career and you bet on yourself. You know how good you are and you want to get paid properly. So it's completely understandable.
Yeah.
that being said, I'm excited to see her back, but I don't know if it's like
for reals.
I don't know if it's permanent.
It's never been a better use of that clip, by the way, ever.
For real.
Ever.
Yes, bring back all the Taya clips, right? Just when we thought
she was... I don't know if it's for real either. Like, I don't know if it's just a rebellion thing, because like Zach said, you know, he thought she was showing up. Like we all did, right? I think we all kind of assumed she would be Deonna's next challenger for Rayne and Dorenas.
Because she was wrestling there too.
Yeah. She's a multiple-time Rayne and Dorenas champion, built her name there, is active in AAA now again.
Yes.
But it leads us to an important question, which Terrence seems ready to commit. Like, this is going to be soul searching for all of us. Like, I have a feeling, I don't know what I'm going to feel like. The last time Taya and Deonna met, I kind of knew what was going on. We kind of knew Taya was on the way out, so I didn't have to pick a side, right? This time, Deonna has won all of us over, right? Like,
right, I mean, she's one of the best wrestlers,
Deonna
male and or female.
Yeah, Deonna is just 377 days, Zach says. Thank you, Zach.
I was close.
I was within 30 days of it, right?
You're all right.
But man, I can't tell you how I'm going to react. Like, the simple fact of the matter is that Taya is one of the greatest characters. The Taya Valkyrie character is, like, in my opinion, one of the greatest characters in wrestling in a long time. But Deonna Purrazzo is clearly the best fucking wrestler in the company and one of the best wrestlers in the world. And every match she has is captivating as fuck. So I don't even know. We're so lucky. We should just be thankful. I don't even have to pick. I'll cheer for them both in that match because we're just going to have a treat.
Why not? It's, you know, who wins? The fans. You know, I mean, it's one of those things. Don't overthink it. It's just going to be a lot of fun to see her back, and she's going to have some kind of big ass cape. You know, that's how she is. She's great.
Yeah. And Anna says that she saw Taya in several matches this weekend, and she looks to be in phenomenal shape. Which I've only seen a couple matches on the Indies, but she has looked good against Thunder Rosa. And I saw another match somewhere. I don't remember what it was. Oh, she wrestled Pero yesterday as well, right?
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some clips.
He's a bear.
Yeah, she took a pretty rough bump through some steel chairs on the concrete on the outside. But Taya's been wrestling intergender for her entire career. She's before Jordynne came along, Taya and Tessa were my views, or my ideal view of intergender wrestling.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and if you had the pleasure of watching Taya in Lucha Underground, what sold me on her was that match with Brian Cage in a cage.
First match. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
it was a suplex off the top of a cage through a stack of tables or some crazy shit
through
like
two
that.
tables. Yeah, I think it was two. I just watched that. I'm actually going through Lucha since I never got past season 2, and I actually just saw when that happened, that match.
That was season 2, right?
Yeah, season 2. And then she also wrestled someone else. I don't remember who, but she's several men to start in Lucha Underground. Taya's a badass.
Yeah. Yeah, that sold me right there. I was like, oh my God, one of my new favorite women's wrestlers. Yep. And just like watching a bunch of Masha Slamovich matches, doing a little research before our interview the other day. By the way, go watch it. It's on the channel. It's short and sweet. Go check it out. Pleasure to talk to her. Man, and Masha Slamovich is quickly becoming one of my new favorite female wrestlers to watch because she's doing it all. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Crazy good.
Real quick on Taya from Bonus Baby here, just to mention that she gave up the Rayne and Dorenas title. She never lost it. She gave it up because she went to WWE. If you'll remember.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was an awkward time there where she was, and she went to jail.
Yeah, I mean, truly, her sentence was truly like a prison sentence. She was there for 9 months or whatever, did her time, and was released.
Yeah. Yep. So, thank you for reminding me, Terrence. So we got some additions to the roster page. Now, take some of it with a grain of salt because we don't know exactly what futures are in wrestling. But Jonathan Gresham has been added.
Oh, nice.
So, and we don't know.
Come on. Please
I mean,
please sign Gresham.
He did. Well, that's the thing is he is the Ring of Honor World Champion now. They unify. He
beat Bandito?
He beat Bandito, yeah.
Oh, I thought Bandito was going to take that match to get the belt off Gresham. I kind of
did too. It'd be like the silent killer, especially with Chavo there. But Chavo got thrown out because Bandito tattled on him, which was effing hilarious. He was like, no, he hit Jonathan with the chair. So it's like, oh, well, you tattled on Chavo, so I'm not going to disqualify you. We'll just keep the match going. See you, Chavo. That's how it went. Oh, it was goofy.
That's unexpected. I thought they were going to take that belt off Gresham just to unify it and get it away from hands that aren't Tony Khan, you know?
Oh, but that's the thing. I think Gresham's
going to sign.
Gresham's probably got a few options, you know?
Anybody would take him. I think any company would be happy to have him.
But, but thanks to the relationship with Jordynne Grace, I'm sure that relationship is very, very good, So who knows? Who knows? He's on the roster page for now. Don't overthink it, folks. He's probably a per appearance paid, thing. And when he officially gets going on the AEW / Ring of Honor train, then we'll know. So it is what it is for now.
Just a comment from Terrence. He says that Jordynne Grace tried to get him to sign, says that she just tried to get him to sign with Impact, but to no avail. So, he just truly seems like he's keeping all options on the table. He's got high value in the market. So I understand.
He does. And he loves Ring of Honor. And you gotta give him credit for that. He loves that brand and wants to give that brand that OG feel with what he does. So, and I respect that, as far as like the pureness and everything of it. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I dig it. He's tremendous.
I like the pure style as a highlight, like as a highlight match, or what do you call it? Like a special feature match. I wouldn't want to watch, like with Terminus, it's hard to watch a whole show with so many rules. It kind of bogs it down for me. But having like the pure title or just a couple matches on the card be pure style is all right. Something different.
Yeah. Dr. Gers, or Gerber, whatever. Any Gerbs, sorry. That was going to take a while. It doesn't roll off the tongue. Any clue of the stuff from Masha Wrestling? A bear will be available. That, I believe, is free on Zicky Dice's Twitch channel.
What?
I know it was free yesterday.
There you go. Justin says it is. You are correct, Jay Bronski.
So, and that's also something on my to-do list. And that was something I did bring up in our interview. I was like, I hear you're wrestling a bear. She was like, yep, go watch it. I'm like, what circus is he working with? And she said something about the ASPC, whatever.
ASPCA.
Yeah. So, it was a funny little ha-ha moment between us. It was great. What else? Oh, Aiden Prince is also on the roster page.
Yeah, finally, which, I mean, we kind of thought at the Windsor tapings a couple years ago before the Panini, we kind of expected Aiden Prince to become part of the roster, I think, right? That was sort of an expectation. He was getting a decent amount of work along with Bhupinder Gujar, who back then was Bhupinder Singh, on the Windsor, always on the Windsor loop. Those guys would have work. Aiden Prince, I think we saw him also at the Rebel Complex for Slam in that 6-man X division where Johnny came back, right?
Something like that. Yeah,
I might be off, but
he wrestled. I think he wrestled. No, that was someone else. Thank you for the super chat, David.
Oh, David Blaine, yeah, with the super chat. Speaking of SmackDown, that gloating goon jock who won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So idiotic, literally and truly. Who's the
Gloating Goon Jock?
Preferred Madcap Moss. Yeah, who's the gloating Goon Jock? Who won the Battle Royal?
Oh, Moss. Moss won it?
No, he's saying he preferred Madcap Moss. I don't know who that is.
Oh, prefer. Oh. I have no clue.
Bonus Baby's with us. Anywhere but the E for Gresham. I don't see him going to the E. I wouldn't even worry about that. He's too small.
No, he's... And this is not a knock on him, but he's 5'4", so no, they're not signing him.
Yeah, they won't.
No, he loves professional wrestling way too much, and if he can't even work in a place where he can say professional wrestling, no, he's not going up.
I don't think we have to worry about that one. I think any other company is on the table except that one. Yeah, Madcap Moss won the Battle Royal.
Moss did won the Battle Royal.
Well, there you go. J-Bone, we are 45 minutes and have not touched this card yet. How did we do this?
With pure, unadulterated talent, my friend.
And coffee. Fueled by coffee.
Coffee. We've got some acai grape water here. That we're
Interesting. Is that any good?
Oh, I love the splash flavors. Yeah, I buy them all the time. They're a little overpriced right now because of prices skyrocketing. They were like $1.50 a 6-pack. Now they're close to $3, but we have coupons. So
well, and that's still not bad. Shit. I think on a 12-pack, if it's not on sale, it's up damn near around $7 for a 12-pack of soda. Like, I drink a lot of soda because I have horrible habits.
Don't drink soda.
I don't give 2 fucks, man. I don't give a shit if somebody shanks me in a fucking parking lot tomorrow. The fuck?
Well, as long as they don't do it with a spoon, because it'll hurt more. All right, let's get started.
Yeah, let's do this. There's some wrestling matches to talk about.
There are. So, Impact Wrestling Multiverse of Matches. We start out hot here, my friend. Ultimate X. We've got Trey Miguel defending the X Division title against Jordynne Grace, Honor No More's Enigma Vincent, Rich Swann, Chris Bay, Too Sweet, and I wrote Christian and then I wrote Blake above it. I'm like, wait a minute. Christian Blake, Blake Christian, damn it.
Yeah, dude, his name has just been a conundrum around here,
and I don't know why. It's not that hard, but I think some guys from the UK sometimes.
Yes,
is that Bison that does it?
Yes, it's much more of an issue on the UK show than on our show.
Blake Christian, and some people like him, some people don't. I know there's some people on our panel that are not a big fan of his, but I think he's fun. He's certainly talented.
I don't know, man. He's just playing in there, and he's small, and there's a lot of guys who can do flips and shit. I don't know. I'm not really a big Blake Christian fan. He's just kind of.
I hear you.
I mean, he's a great addition to the X Division. Don't get me wrong, in terms of style and stuff. Like, I love to have him in the X Division. I'm not like invested in him. You know what I mean? Like, when he comes out, I think, okay, I'm going to get a pretty exciting match, but that's all I really think of it.
Let's see. I doubt this is a thing. No, he's not on the roster page. So that was he's been on a few times lately.
Well, but he's on AEW too right now, isn't he?
He's kind of all over the place.
He wrestled Rohit Raju on like Dark Maximization or whatever recently.
Maximization?
Whatever the fuck that show is.
What the?
Some YouTube show. They got like 10 of them. I don't even know. I used to watch Dark, man, back in the day when it was good, but now I don't even know. I just see when Rohit posts and I'm like, damn, he's on Dark wrestling Christian Blakeson or whatever the hell.
Maximilian.
Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah.
Is it Dark? Because he's also owes my money?
Yeah, he needs to come back soon too. He's doing well in OVW. Yeah.
Oh, he was back. Right. He was back. He came back with Raj this week.
He did?
Yeah. Yeah, he squashed somebody. Or no, Raj ran into Bhupinder after his match in the back and told him, hey, bro, got Shira with me now, Indian Lion, son. And yeah. So
when did I miss this?
It was real quick. We're gonna get Bhupinder versus Shira though.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go ahead. We could talk about that another time. We're already an hour into this.
Yeah,
not through one match.
This is true. So, all right. So, Ultimate X match. This was a blast. Kind of one of those things where everybody got their shit in. It was real quick though. It was like less than 10 minutes.
Dude, that was my takeaway from this. This has to be the fastest Ultimate X we have ever seen. It was over like that.
Yeah.
I mean, in Ultimate X, there's so much going on that you don't really notice the passage of time in the same way. And so they end up being these long matches because you've got obviously a lot of spots, a lot of people, everybody needs to get their shit in. But dude, this was like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And it was over. I guess because they had such a stacked card, you really need to be conscious of that. And to be honest with you, Jay, I didn't mind the short length in retrospect because it was a long card. I was tired by the end on a late show, but also it got this in for Trey to. They're doing a good job with Trey's run, right? He's winning different ways. He was the first to pin Macklin. He's won an Ultimate X. They're really legitimizing Trey's run, and I think that's what he deserved. He deserved a strong X Division run, and I'm glad that they're giving it to him.
Right, because he doesn't feel, and this isn't a knock on him. He's a great X Division champ. It's just that there's so much happening on the show right now. Sometimes the X Division does play a bit of a backseat to other things, but it's still there and it's still incredible. You know?
Yeah, well, that's simply Steve is echoing your hop in here. Steve is echoing your thoughts that it felt like it did. It was a full match. I'm not saying it was a bad match. It was a good match, but it was short. You know, it was short, but I like it for Trey. I love the result. That's exactly the result I wanted. I'm a huge Trey guy. I love that they're giving him his due.
Oh yeah. So Trey wins here. I was trying to think of Jordynne Grace had a great spot.
Yes, the Muscle Buster clothesline.
Oh my God.
That was so sick. They got a bad shot, a bad angle on it the first time, though. You couldn't see it because she had, who did she have up in the Muscle Buster? Bay?
I think it was Bay.
Okay, so I think she had Bay on this side, and the camera was on that side. So when she had her arm out for the clothesline, you couldn't really see it that well, but really good stuff.
Oh, yeah, that was nuts. Yeah, she kicked ass. You know,
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people that picked in our predictions. There was a few people that picked her, you know, and I couldn't blame them. She was a great pick for that because this is the second time that she's been in an X Division title.
She's been in 2 Ultimate X's.
Yeah.
Well, she's had another shot too. I'm all for putting the X Division title on Jordynne Grace. She's one of the few women out there that I think wrestles intergender in like just the most. She is, to me, is the most believable intergender wrestler, and she absolutely deserves to hold the X Division title. She's been DMC, she's been KO champion. Definitely,
yeah,
totally down. Oh, she's also was in the. Oh no, never mind. Sorry, those weren't X Division matches. That was the DMC tournament, like against Skylar and several other X Division style wrestlers.
Oh yeah,
she has done a lot of work in the division though to establish that she's a legitimate contender.
She's done it all. She's done some great stuff. Yeah. But yeah, Trey retains here. He's absolutely legitimized his run, like you said. He's doing a great job. And so so from here on to Rebellion, he will face Ace Austin and Mike Bailey.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Potential match of the night, dude.
Shenanigans for sure. I think Trey's going to retain on shenanigans to run this program between Bailey and Ace, but I don't care. What happens, that match is going to, you are 100% right, could absolutely be match of the night.
Yeah.
That's going to be crazy.
Bailey's ridiculous. He did several shows yesterday. So, I mean, it was another reason why to keep it short, or he wasn't in this. He originally was in this one, but there were other people in this match that wrestled other matches. Like Vincent wrestled a few times. I think Swann wrestled a few times. Blake Christian wrestled literally a couple hours before in Ring of Honor. So yeah, it was one of those where half the people were like, all right, let's keep this short, guys.
Yeah, and that's cool,
fine.
man. That's cool. We got an Ultimate X to start the show. You got to love that.
Right. Yeah. Not a bad thing with the tradition and the X division.
Yeah.
Next, we had another multiverse match where we saw the hot mess. Chelsea, Jesus, I almost said Chelsea Grace. Chelsea Green, I'm the hot mess. With Mack Cardona versus Mickie James, and representing from the NWA, if you will, Mr. Magnus himself, Nick Aldis.
All that. Dude, this match was weird because you had 3 faces and 1 heel. Like, Aldis is the only fucking heel in this match. Everybody else was getting pop.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, he's certainly had his fair share of boos at the show.
Yeah.
It wasn't like overwhelming, but you did hear it.
Here's Justin's joining me to boo Aldis. Boo Nick Aldis. Boo. Charles is also boo Nick Aldis. Boo.
It's too funny. It's too funny. But yeah. Well, I mean, we got a win out of Mickie James and Aldis, which
I was shocked by that.
I was a little surprised because I thought they were going to do the whole, oh man, we got the rise of
the next power
Jonah and Chelsea, to emphasize the heel turn with Chelsea. But
that's really, you're absolutely right, Jay. I hadn't even thought of the timing of it. Like to turn her and then have her lose immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it even worse.
I'm guessing, Magnus came in and said, I'm not losing. I'll come on your show with my wife, absolutely, but I'm not losing. Fuck you blokes.
Boo, Terrence, you're banned. I'm gonna kick you out of here. Don't fucking speak that into existence.
That was my horrible British.
That was pretty bad.
It was a little eh.
Oh man.
But yeah. So see, I can join the UK guys. See,
get out of here, Steve.
I fit right in.
Get out of here, Eric.
He's a UK guy. So I mean, what are you gonna do?
But come on, they've put out plenty of good wrestlers. Nick Aldis is not. You don't need to like Nick Aldis. Only thing I'll say about Nick Aldis, and I say it every time we review something with him, and his cardio is fantastic. That dude doesn't break a sweat. He's out there for 20 minutes, no sweat. Like, what the fuck? He's not human.
Right. He is good. He is good. So
hold on. Justin has a great point before we move on.
Okay.
For the first time in 15 years during this match, we did see the NWA Championship on Impact, which was pretty cool to see.
That's right. He did bring it out there.
Yeah.
And so Nick pinned Matt, right? I think.
No, Mickie pinned Chelsea, didn't she?
Oh, I thought Nick pinned. I didn't write down.
Maybe Nick did. Somebody in chat let us know. We don't even remember the finish to this one.
So I'm thinking to myself, okay, does this give, because they lost, does this give Aldis another shot at the NWA title? Are we going to see that program run again?
Oh, Aldis did pin. Oh, no, double submission. Cloverleafs. That's what it was.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. So there you go. He made him tap. So
yeah, there goes Terrence. Yeah, which I hate at the time. I'm surprised I forgot it because I hated it when it happened. I hated that ending. This was the weakest match on the card.
Thank you, Terrence. Thank you, Impact. Yes. Thank you,
Anna. Yeah. Everybody
I get it.
Apparently we all hated the ending. Stupid double tap to Cloverleafs. I didn't want to see Aldis win under any circumstances. I especially didn't want to see him submit Cardona. Cardona is on such a meteoric rise. In my opinion, I have said it before, he is the pinnacle of wrestling outside of up north right now. When I think of people having success on their own, I think of Matt Cardona first and foremost. So
and they kissed each other doing it. That was funny. That was the big
yeah, Anna, it was an absolutely wretched finish. I'm with you 100%. Hated the finish.
Yeah.
Terrence, that's all I do. Shit, you guys see me once a month, and I'm like, I'm going to unload on you motherfuckers.
Preach. And we got a segment with Gia Miller and Deonna Purrazzo. Next,
Hey, real quick on that, the backstage microphones and the audio in general on this show were really rough.
Yeah, like I noticed, like the intro, the cold open, sounded real muddy.
Well, and I was streaming it, and so I was asking people, "Can you hear this?" and getting different responses because I couldn't. I thought it was me, but it wasn't. It was the actual production of the audio was just an issue all night, and the camera positioning was an issue all night. But I get that Fight does this, puts this show on, not Impact, so I understand.
Right, they're going to use their people here and there.
Yeah, but it was very it felt a little bit like the old Impact Plus specials before the redesign of the app. You guys remember those? You know, audio boom mics visible, Josh filming with his phone, like sounds like somebody recorded it in the toilet. Like it kind of felt like that, but better.
It was like that when I was there Bound for Glory weekend. And the what was that? Before the Glory or what was that? All Glory. Thank you. Yeah. I was there and I saw them running around with phones. So yeah, it was weird.
Yeah,
it felt like it didn't really feel like a show. It was just kind of like there was a lot of stuff going on, and you just kind of wander around from here or there.
And this also felt too like it wasn't. It felt more like one of the old specials because it was less in canon. You had some storyline stuff, but there was a lot of things just thrown into like a Supercard dream match sort of situation, which is fine because it's at WrestleCon. I totally get it. But it just this show felt different from other Impact shows, even though it was still tied into the universe in a huge show. It had its own kind of personality.
Yeah. So, all right. So next we got Mike Bailey versus Alex Shelley, one of the best matches of the night. And man, I don't know how many matches Mike Bailey had, but he just blew my mind last night. How about you, brother?
Oh, dude, Mike Bailey always. Other than his somewhat small stature, he is like primed for the big time. This guy, his offense is so unique. That kick thing he does to the sternum is insane, that he finishes with a jumping enziguri. You know what I'm talking about? Where he kicks with both feet.
Oh, dude, every time he does that, it's just
the one in this match. He did it for like 30 seconds in a row or something. It was like, holy shit. His training and his cardio and his athleticism. I mean, his cartwheels, even the way he jumps around the ring is different flippy shit than other people's flippy shit. He's just got this. Man, I don't know what it is about Mike Bailey. He's fucking awesome.
He's quite the enigma in himself. I mean, he's great in the X division, but he's so much more. You know?
Yeah, it's hard to explain because like
it is.
His music doesn't match his style. His gimmick doesn't match his in-ring. Like he feels very disconnected from the rest of the locker room in terms of like where he fits into the universe and his style, even though he's working with Ace. But man, I don't know what it is about Mike Bailey. Everybody like Bill and other people who said, oh, just wait, you're going to fucking go crazy over Bailey. I think we all have. He lives up to the hype.
Oh yeah. Like I know I saw him like 5 years ago prior to his States ban. Yeah. And I don't remember what the heck I saw, but I was following him, so I knew I was a fan of his from something I saw.
Yeah.
So
how could you not be after seeing him even once, right?
Yeah.
And dude, and you've got Alex Shelley, who's Alex fucking Shelley, who just is back, I guess. I love how there was no story, no nothing. He just kind of slipped back into a pay-per-view. And now we have the Motor City Machine Guns and Alex Shelley again. Cool.
We do. So between Motor City Machine Guns matches and singles matches like this.
Dude, we had both of the guns in singles matches tonight. Both incredible. I mean, so Steve said this was his match of the night. Saban's match was probably my match of the night. This was right there, but the result in the Saban Switchblade match was just fucking awesome. We'll get to that though.
There was so many good matches. It's really hard for me to like pick a winner because they were all so fun in their different ways, you know?
Yeah. But and now that I think about it, man, Edwards Ishii was maybe my match of the night too. Shit, that one was just two big guys slapping each other's meat for fucking 20 minutes. It was awesome. Like, that's exactly what I want to see in a match. Oh, so pussy for the meat slapping.
We got... Hello.
Wait, this isn't After Dark. I haven't been on a public show in a long time.
Cover your ears, Ozzy. Don't mind Uncle Mark. He's
Steve says he called it.
He's a little rough around the edges.
A little bit.
But that's why we love him. So yeah, just an amazing match. See ya. Yeah, see, you scared him.
Bye, Ozzy.
He's like, oh my God, you're gonna slap what? I'm out of here.
He's slapping kitty meat. No.
Don't slap me. But yeah, I don't know what's next. Well, okay, so yeah, we do know what's next for Mike Bailey. He's gonna be in Rebellion and the Triple Threat. But man, it's amazing stuff.
I don't see them pulling the trigger on that yet. Do you?
I don't know, Scott. I mean, he's a Scott D'Amore guy.
He is.
A few of these newer guys are. I know that Aiden Prince is another one.
Yeah.
Josh Alexander, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's his.
He's in the circle.
Yeah.
I
see what's happening, and it's not a bad thing either. It's like, oh, he's Canadian, of course.
Yeah.
He's talented.
And obviously, we're high on Bailey. I just feel like it's a little early. You know, I'm never a big fan of that. But if they did it, he could obviously carry the belt and look believable. So we'll see what happens at Rebellion. That should be a hell of a match.
Yeah. What's next here? Knockouts tag titles. This was fun. We had the Decay. Trying to read my notes here. Jeez Louise. I obviously did not have enough energy drinks. Decay represented by Rosemary and Havok, Savannah Evans and Tasha Steelz, and they're starting to call Savannah Evans the Cannibal.
Yeah, that's what was on her trunks a couple weeks ago too.
I love it.
Yeah, I do too.
Absolutely love it. And that's a whole new dimension. Like, oh, she's gonna get in the ring and she's gonna eat you.
Yeah, I agree. They're doing a slow build. Like with Savannah, it reminds me of what they've done with Wardlow and AEW, and I like it a lot. They're doing a good job with her. I like Savannah Evans more every time I see her now, which is how it should be. That's exactly how it should be.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've seen a few indie matches lately, which absolutely boosted my attitude towards her in a positive way, that is.
Yeah.
Next we got Lady Frost and Gisele Shaw. Interesting duo there.
It's made no fucking sense. They worked well together and were exciting as shit, but
I love that. I mean, they came out and they looked like they actually looked like they fit together.
Dude, they had tandem offense. They knew where each other was. They were really good together.
It worked. It worked.
Yeah,
and then, of course, the Knockouts tag title holders, the Influence, which I feel did great in this match, but I felt like everyone else shined a lot more.
Oh, so I thought this match was going to be a clusterfuck. I don't like multi-tag team matches. This was such a pleasant surprise. The match
it worked
clean.
Well.
Yeah, it was clean. It was well booked. It never felt like, I think it was Spencer reffing this match, if I'm not mistaken. I don't feel like he ever lost control. No, this was a really solid middle of the program match. I like where they put it. I like everybody in it. Obviously, the result was not too shocking because they've only had it for 2 weeks, a month, right? The Influence?
Yeah, they just beat the Inspirations.
Yeah, so I wasn't expecting a title change here. I liked this match. It was a good time.
I was a little surprised, and I saw some comments in the last couple weeks prior to this saying that they were surprised that there was no Inspiration in this. Maybe they took the weekend off. I don't know.
Maybe my big I know they're there because I saw pictures, but my big takeaway from this match was that despite the way they had them booked when she came into the company, Shaw and Frost work extremely well together, and I would not mind seeing them together more.
Yeah, I dig it, and I feel like it totally did. They complimented the match.
Yeah,
it's not like they were in the match and they, messed it up because they're a bit of an odd couple. But I feel
I think their styles complement each other well. And let's not forget that Lady Frost is in the tag team regularly with her husband, Victor Benjamin. They're pretty proper. So she's used to having a power side to her athleticism. And Gisele Shaw is more of a power style than Lady Frost, who's more of a high flyer. So you got some of that showing, like where Gisele had, I forget who, someone up on her shoulders and Frost went off the ropes and they did some tandem offense.
Right.
Really nice compliment. Like if you put these two together, I could see a legitimate run for them.
Yeah, like the quintessential chillers or something. I don't know. No, I'm just
maybe we won't let you name the tag teams, Chambo.
Maybe I just need more coffee and I'm just going to turn it over to you and take a
There
nap.
you go. Steve says Cassie wasn't medically cleared, he believes. I didn't hear that, but possibly.
Oh, interesting. Maybe something happened in that Battle Royal.
Oh yeah, because they were in that.
They were they were in that, and I thought she was in it, but she wasn't.
No, Jess was in it.
Picture.
Jess was in the Battle Royal.
Yeah,
Cassie
maybe
wasn't.
something happened. I don't know. I didn't hear anything, so I don't want to assume anything. So we'll see. The Frost spot. Okay, I'll add on that the Frosty spotlight. No, I don't know.
How about the Frostlight?
The Frostlight. All right,
yes.
We're gonna stop that.
How about the Fleshlight? Wait.
What?
What?
What? Huh?
What? What?
No.
Oh, next match was a banger though.
All right, so we had the next segment was Gia Miller backstage with Eddie Edwards, talking about his whole association with Impact Wrestling and Noah. And then, so I'm sure this was some people's match of the night. Certainly one of my favorites again. Eddie Edwards representing Noah from Japan.
I did like the story for that, though, at least.
Sure. It makes sense. It works. Because he's a former world champ over there. Yep. It's been a while, but
yeah, it's been a decade plus. But
yeah.
At least there was the thread of a you could easily build the storyline, and I like that they took the time to do it.
Right. Versus New Japan's Stone Pitbull. I love that nickname.
Yeah.
Tomohiro Ishii.
Fuck. So, J-Bone, you and I watched Ishii have a match with Moose about a year and a half ago at a New Japan event in LA. Okay. Do you remember that by any chance?
Vaguely.
Okay, we watched it in the treehouse, and that match between Ishii and Moose is what really, really got me paying attention to him. And I've seen a handful of matches since then. This guy is just fucking awesome. Like, holy shit. We know what we're going to get with Eddie, especially in a strong style match.
Yeah.
And I looking back, man, maybe the Saban match isn't my. It's hard to pick, but this one, man, if you did not see this card, it is worth going out of your way to see this match. If you like big men slapping each other's meat around for 25 fucking minutes, this is the shit right here.
Strong style, big time strong style, Japanese style match,
dude. Oh, it was so fucking good. I can't wait for Ishii and Jonah in Rebellion. Oh my god.
Well, and what's crazy is I think both of these guys wrestled several matches as well. Not Eddie, but Ishii. I think he wrestled.
Oh,
he wrestled a New Japan show.
That was recent.
And he. Was it Minoru Suzuki? He wrestled someone on the New Japan show, and Minoru Suzuki also wrestled on the Ring of Honor show. So both these guys wrestled,
that style.
Yeah.
And dude, to wrestle strong style multiple times in a day is a lot different than wrestling like WWE house style twice in a day.
I also got to check out that New Japan show. That looked loaded.
Yeah.
Plus, that also had Jay White versus
Bailey. Yeah.
Oh, I've got to see that.
Dude, where does anyone have New Japan? We should watch that like today.
Oh, I've got a pretty loaded.
Oh yeah, WrestleMania.
What starts what, but
I forget that WWE is doing stuff this weekend too.
I downloaded it, so I'll play it sometime.
Nice. Okay, we'll watch it.
It'd be like $200 for all the shows.
Yeah,
no, I can't. No, sorry.
I know. I was looking through Fight and looking just at the schedule for upcoming, and I was like,
"This is horrible."
There's no way. There's just no way, man.
Oh God, but yeah. So I'm definitely gonna be fast forwarding through some of the other stuff. That match slapped. There's that term again. Slapped.
It did, man.
Well, that certainly does fit appropriately. They were slapping each other a lot. Fuck, I'm old. All right, let's continue.
I did like Eddie using the Die Hard driver too as a finisher instead of, because he hit the Boston Knee Party, but he didn't pin off of it. He went for the Flosion afterwards, which I thought was pretty cool.
Right.
Eddie's just awesome. Consummate professional. Great match.
He is. He is one of the best. I mean, it's a match like this that reminds you how good he really is.
Yeah. Non-Impact fans always talk shit about Eddie, or they haven't seen enough of his work. But dude, when you want to talk about a guy that you can just count on, Eddie Edwards is a guy you can count on to hold the belt, to carry the company, to be the face, to turn heel, to be the champion, to fucking. You can always rely on Eddie Edwards. He's so important to this company.
Laughing at Gary Rossetti's comment here. Suzuki defeated Killer Cross with hair.
For those of you who haven't seen, Killer Cross does indeed.
Now, no more spoilers, please, because I do want to watch this show. But that's hilarious right there. It's like, oh wait, do you mean Killer Cross had hair, or he defeated
with hair?
Yeah, slap you with a wig. I don't know.
He took Bianca Belair's ponytail and strangled him out.
I don't know what's going on. Did Suzuki have like extensions and he whipped them with them? What's going on here? You know. All right. But yeah. So Ishii beat Eddie Edwards. That was a little.
No, wait. Oh yeah, the Brainbuster. That's right.
Yeah,
he hit the Brainbuster. That's right.
Yeah. It was a little surprising, but it was great.
Yeah.
So
boy, I forgot a lot about this show from last night.
I know. I'm like, I have to look at my stuff here because I couldn't even remember who won.
To be fair, I streamed the entire thing from the Treehouse. That's a lot of Treehouse time. So
that's had to be very cloudy.
It was. All right.
What's that smell, Daddy? Jonah and Josh Alexander versus PCO and Moose. Dear God.
I don't think we have time to cover how much meat was slapped in this ring.
It was like the mega meat slap.
Yeah. This all I'm gonna say is that I love everybody that's in this match. I loved everything that happened in this match. I want to marry PCO. Yeah, fuck. I would say run this shit back. This was such a random booking when they booked this match, and we were looking at it, we were like, what the fuck is this? What a weird match. It worked. Scott D'Amore is an awesome booker. Yeah, can we have PCO wrestle everybody every night, please?
Yeah.
That's it, man.
So much fun. I mean, you got some crazy feuds going on here. Now, did Jonah faced? Wait, no, Jonah's. Please remind me here. Jonah's gonna face PCO.
No, he already beat PCO. No, Jonah's going to face. Wait, I don't know. Now I'm confused.
Well, because I know they brawled, so they got to face each other again.
You're right, because they brawled in the back. They had that big brawl in the back.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess
I'm guessing Rebellion.
Well, no, Jonah Ishii at Rebellion. That's right, Jonah Ishii at Rebellion. So PCO doesn't have a match yet, right?
Wait, is that what's happening?
This is horrible.
I need more coffee. That's
it's Ishii at Rebellion for Jonah. I was right about that. Thank you, Steve. Steve, you got to get in here and save our asses. Shit, Saturday morning, not enough coffee. 2-man booth.
Mayor here with J-Bone having lollipop withdrawals.
Big
Yeah,
time.
totally. I need a candy bar or something. Shit.
Big
I
time.
guess that bowl of marshmallow fruity pebbles wasn't enough. Bowl number 2.
But yeah, if you like dudes hitting the shit out of each other, this was a great match. I mean, these 4 are the toughest guys in Impact right now. And like, oh, by the way, PCO's crazy apron bump that he always does? Dude, it looked like he hit his shoulder so hard last night on that apron bump. Man, oh man. It looked really rough. And I know he's not human, but damn, at some point in your 50s, you have to slow down. Like, holy shit.
And he's just not. I mean, he's built like a brick shit house, dude.
Yeah, like Punk Trey says, PCO, dude. PCO is the fucking man.
Yeah.
Love PCO.
I just looked, and there's a few people that I'm thinking of picking up some more action figures, but it's in a different line. It's the Rising Stars. It's the one that put out all the Ring of Honor ones, you know, and the Legends, that line. You know, it's not Mattel and it's not Jazzwares. It's a different one.
Right.
PCO's got a new figure on there.
Damn.
Yeah, and Jay White has a figure on there. So, yeah, there's a few on there I'm thinking about getting.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Nice.
Oh, looks like we got
here comes our savior.
There we go. He'll keep us on track here. Good morning or good evening to you, Steve.
Good evening. 6 o'clock, Steve's time.
Yep, 6 o'clock.
So you're just waking up, Steve?
Nah, I've been up.
Okay, because I know you were up with Jay late last night.
Yeah, well, it's a bit easier being 3 o'clock. You get a bit of sleep in.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, well, good. Now we have Steve here to actually like keep us in order since we can't remember shit. So, Steve, well, I know you were watching, but we were just moving into the Champ Challenge.
Yeah, not going to miss that one.
Right? So the Champ Challenge, who was going to face Deonna Purrazzo for her Reina de Reinas or Ring of Honor World Women's title? And we got Faby Apache, from AAA, so we know what she's going for. It's been a while since I've seen Faby Apache. She looked great in this match. What do you guys think of this? Let's start out with our guest, Steve.
Yeah, like you said, probably was it 2019 they were last over there.
That sounds right.
It's been a few years, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, no, she won it during the Panini, I think.
Oh no, I just meant last time she was in Impact.
Oh, okay, yeah, long time. Probably that
it's been a while since we've seen her in Impact. But we were on TNI UK. We were saying that the one thing that the show was missing was any AAA flavor. It didn't have anything from AAA, and then here comes Faby Apache representing AAA. So that cleared up that loophole. So
that's true. We didn't have Laredo Kid.
Yeah.
No Laredo Kid, Notorious.
Yeah. So it was great to see her show up and represent AAA, and they put on a hell of a match. Really?
Oh yeah. I actually liked it.
Go on.
Go ahead. I was just going to say I like.
Many were saying hopefully that we see her stick around.
That'd be nice. It would be nice. The division is so deep, but adding somebody with an established pedigree and a veteran like Faby Apache could be nothing but good. I like that. If you guys notice, like Deonna using the standing moonsault, she's starting to change her style up. She's starting to wrestle different styles in different matches. Well, she has been, but like she's really starting to turn it on, I think, to another level. I just, man, when Deonna ends up having to drop these belts, it's going to be completely unbelievable to me because I don't think anyone can beat her. As good as this match was and as great as Faby Apache looked, I never for a second thought she was going to win. Deonna's just she's a machine, you know, and I always expect her to win. J-Bone?
I'm just catching up on the Twitch here.
There was a chance where you felt like there was a she could lose the title, but obviously what it looks like they're building to Rebellion. Could that be the chance where we see one of the titles dropped?
Oh yeah, I think that Taya takes that belt. I think Taya takes Reina de Reinas off Deonna at Rebellion.
Yeah. So yeah,
Deonna. Well, it sets up a rubber match.
Yeah. On top of the great match that we got between Faby Apache and Deonna Purrazzo, we got the return, which we talked about briefly in the news section before we jumped in. Yes, I know, dude. Uncle Mark was all a hot mess with that. We got the return of Taya Valkyrie after Deonna Purrazzo was, shooting her mouth off after this win of Faby Apache. So I was kind of, because I knew the Briscoes were coming in at the some point during the show, to headline this or whatever it was, and I was like, hey, maybe Mercedes Martinez jumps in with her and challenges Deonna for it. I wouldn't have been surprised because she's a workhorse too. So
that's what I thought was going to happen as well.
It was really leading with Deonna's promo of what you could hear of it.
Yeah,
it was really leading towards someone from Ring of Honor, wasn't it?
Yeah, thankfully Deonna was able to be really loud on that mic, by the way, because she picked it up real quick that you couldn't hear shit because when Taya got the mic, I could barely hear her as well. I don't think she had taken from Deonna's cue that you have to shout into this motherfucker because that mic was dead.
Yeah,
again, that reaction. Hopefully, this isn't just until Rebellion. Hopefully, we see Taya back for good.
Agreed.
Yeah, we talked about that too, and that's one thing that Taya is doing is she is working AAA. Now she's back in there with her husband, from what it sounds like, Johnny Caballero. So maybe we get.
Well, no, that's in Lucha, whatever it's called. In AAA now, he's John Hennigan. He's using the Hennigan moniker. He's Johnny Caballero in Lucha something. I forget the name of the promotion. But he's using Hennigan in Mexico for some reason. Not Moon.
I thought it was actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's Johnny Superstar.
I haven't seen that floated.
Yeah, I think that's what I think he was using.
He was Johnny Dishes yesterday. Yeah, no, he was Johnny Dishes.
I heard about the dish slapping match.
I need to see that. Did you guys see the spot where Taya's holding the plate up and Johnny super kicks it into her face and shatters it? It was awesome. What a cool spot. Yeah, it was really cool. Go look up that clip. I forget what show it was at. Dirty Dishes match. You'll find the clips. But apparently Taya won that match. Yes.
So Johnny is going to be doing some dishes.
He is. Johnny Dishes.
Hey, it's not the world anymore where women stay in the kitchen and do dishes.
Nope, that's Johnny's job.
Does that mean that if Johnny won, we'd have got Johnny turn up tonight the other night?
Oh, maybe.
Taya would have been home.
That'd have been cool. Challenging for Reina de Reinas. Johnny Mundo versus Deonna Purrazzo. Book it.
It's funny that we say that because there was a period before Johnny left Impact and went back to WWE is when he was, and it was around the time that he was doing Lucha Underground too. And he was wrestling in AAA, and with the exception of the Reina de Reinas women's title, he held like
everything,
all the titles.
He had 4 belts, I think it was.
Yeah, like 3 or 4. He had the United States title, he had the Cruiserweight title, and he also had the World title. So, yeah, he was Johnny Mega Belts, whatever you want to call it.
That was a great run. That was a fantastic AAA run.
And that was my introduction. Jimmy Christmas. It's a J-Boneism. Let me introduce him. You do. God. That was my introduction to Killer Cross.
Okay.
It was awesome
because he destroyed
he
destroyed everyone in that roster, and how it ended like that with him not getting a title shot at anything.
Yeah. Well, then they all moved over to Impact, and he got his shot though. But yeah, his muscle character in AAA was awesome. I liked him a lot there.
Oh yeah, he just plowed over everyone. Crazy shit. But yeah, can't wait to see Taya. And it says that she's back. She's not on the roster.
That's what the Impact tweet said. It said she's back.
Yeah, and then that's what Tom Hanna. I'm just gonna call this. I almost said John Hennigan. Jeez. Tom Hannafin, announcer. You know, it's what he said as soon as she was coming down the ramp. Taya's back in Impact Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna hope for the best. I'm gonna take this as a good sign. I'm not gonna shit on this and say maybe it's just for a bit. I'm gonna assume she's back and all's right in the world now. So
yeah,
let's just enjoy it while it lasts.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's all I wrote on.
I'm just happy I can wear this shirt again because it's an ugly shirt and I hate it, but I bought it to support Ty, but I never wear it unless I'm on this show. And now that Ty is back, I can wear this shirt. So
I bought that bright neon yellow one with
I like that one. I liked that one because it has her logo. I love her logo font and style, the spray paint one. I like that shirt. I did not get that shirt. They were out of my size.
Yeah. We got Chris Sabin versus Jay White, another potential for match of the night. Oh my God. There were so many good matches on this card.
Yeah. This one, it is. I keep saying match of the night, but man, there really were a lot of strong matches on this card. I mean, this is a dream match right here. I think that Jay White's just kind of having the time of his life being in the States, it looks like, because he's working everywhere, doing anything and everything that apparently a guy at his level could possibly want to do. And who wouldn't want to check Chris Sabin off that list, especially right now when Sabin is having arguably like the run of his career, oddly, in the later stages of his career. But this was the clinic that you, me, and everyone else expected it to be. This was exactly the match that with a lot of reversals, a lot of counter wrestling, a lot of mat wrestling, just a little bit of everything. Thank you, Eric, with the super sticker, and David Samuel also with the super sticker. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much. Much love. What was I going to say? Oh, if I have one complaint and only one complaint with this match, it was another surprise roll up to finish. I'm glad Sabin got the victory. It was a huge win. I popped super loud for Sabin getting the win, but we had the roll up in the Shelley Bailey match as well. So you got the same ending here with the other half of the Guns, which I didn't really like, but the match itself was fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just furthers the whole feud with the Bullet Club. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to overthink it too much. It was just an amazing match.
Yeah.
Now, they said this is the first loss, and they kind of made a big deal out of saying this.
Yeah.
But this is the first loss for Jay White in Impact Wrestling.
Yeah. They did highlight that.
It didn't even feel like a loss, though, just because we enjoyed the match so much,
It was just so fast, yeah. What they're doing in general, I don't know what Jay White's level of control is. I would imagine it's fairly high because he's such a big name. But I've loved everything that Jay White has done in Impact. I was very happy and surprised he came back. I'm glad how long he's been here. I hope they can manage to hang on to Jay White to Bound for Glory, maybe would be awesome. I don't know. That's a really long time, but he has become a centerpiece of the show, right? Like absolutely a centerpiece of the show. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
I mean, I'd be happy with just until Slammiversary. I'd take it until then, and then if he sticks around longer than that, that's a bonus. But yeah, like you said, I think the added story that they've got with the Bullet Club and Guns added that extra bite to this match, because there was already a storyline there that they could work from. You know, it wasn't like what you had with Shelley and Bailey. You know, it's just two singles guys going at it, which ended up as a fantastic match. But you already had that added backstory with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like they're.
Yeah.
It looks like they're mounting a larger Bullet Club invasion, if you will, or something, and that they're kind of prepping Impact players to be ready in different like levels, right? Like kind of like how Ray Walt had to come out from behind commentary for Honor No More once, right? Still, even though he's a heel, he's an Impact heel, right? And I think they're just trying to like make sure that there's clear delineation and establishment of teams, if you will, which to Impact has been a really perfect show this year. I'm not going to lie. There have been very few things to complain about. So I've got a lot of trust and faith in creative right now.
Oh, yeah.
So anything that's going on with like, I did like the double roll-up finish. I really did. But you know what, man? I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, it's not a huge deal. Nobody looked weak. Match was great. Storylines are moving. Any complaints I make are so minor at this point.
Yeah.
Right. It was one of those things where it ended so fast because the pace of the match was there. You know, it wasn't your average roll up. It wasn't like, oh, he was distracted and oops. You know, it was move, counter. Whoa, it's over. You know?
It was fast. Here's a good point from Bonus Baby. He says, I also like how they highlighted that this is the same ref from the controversial Motor City Machine Guns tag win over the Bullet Club, which kind of protects Jay White with the conspiracy theme. I like that. That's a good point.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm just so happy that Jay White is a part of the brand right now for however long it is, because with what they're doing in the U.S. with the Strong Style brand, the New Japan Strong brand, you know, touring the U.S., they're really building that up, you know, with guys like Moose being on there once in a while, with guys like Jon Moxley. You got Will Ospreay, which I think we're going to get a Will Ospreay eventually. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, which is just going to add. So, you know, we got that back and forth between people going from New Japan Strong to Impact, from Impact to New Japan Strong. It just builds the touring, you know, brands even better. So, yeah, okay, sure. You've got some big, you know, arena fillers like AEW and, of course, WWE. But you've got growing brands like Impact is booming on the road right now, and their crowds are growing. The tapings are getting better and better. New Japan Strong is doing these different, you know, theaters, you know, filling up ballrooms. And, man, it's just their cards are solid, man. If you like solid professional wrestling, these are the cards you got to go to. Go to the MLWs, go to the Impact Wrestlings, go to the New Japan Strongs. You know, if the sports entertainment isn't necessarily your cup of tea. And now it looks like Ring of Honor's going to be back in some way, shape, or form. Keep an eye on that. You got Control Your Narrative, which is doing their own thing. Man, there's a little something for everyone out there right now. It's so much fun. I mean, wrestling is just booming right now in the U.S.
Yeah, and Michael, thank you for the super sticker.
Thank you, Michael. Much love, man. Wow, what a great way to start the weekend.
This is a nice little Saturday show. Everybody's chill, enjoying Saturday morning wrestling talk like we haven't done in decades. And actually, Gary, real quick, Gary says he remembers back in the day when wrestlers got defeated by backslides or something. Fuck yeah, man. In the 80s, dude, I can remember championships went off backslides. Like, but just now, like this recently, or you guys did on a show I wasn't on, just like the kind of the preeminence of the sneaky roll up right now. It's almost too much. It's kind of like where the Destroyer was 3 years ago. Like, man, sneaky roll up doesn't work for me 2 or 3 times in a show. You know what I mean?
It kind of falls into the same category as interference. You can have interference once, maybe twice, but if you have it in every match, it gets boring.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, amazing match. Chris Sabin gets the win here. So at least one of the Motor City Machine Guns won.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Great
and then
match.
I can't forget. We got the surprise at the end from Macklin attacking, and then he even got low blowed from Jay White, which
I love it.
It was kind of a gotcha, bitch moment, you know.
Again, man. Go ahead.
Macklin doesn't have anything going on at Rebellion, doesn't really at the moment. So it's going to be interesting to see where he's placed.
Oh, dude, Macklin White would be. I mean, Macklin is really starting to win everybody over. His in-ring is just brutally awesome. Him versus Switchblade would be killer, absolutely killer. And again, there's the establishing Macklin as an Impact guy, right? White low blows and walks away. Like you're making sure everyone is got a place, you know.
Yeah.
Except Bay, right?
Bay's starting to get a bit lost.
Yeah.
I think I said this last night. I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm going to say it again. Don't be surprised if someone from Bullet Club offers Macklin a shirt within the next couple months.
You think? Just because he's an outsider with Impact? Like, because he's kind of on the outside?
Yeah. I really got a feeling
I could see them offering it to him, but I could also see Macklin turning it down.
I could see that.
I'm for myself. I don't want you.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. I mean, it doesn't get turned down a lot because when you got all of Bullet Club there,
pressure man.
That could also be a good way to turn Macklin into like a fan favorite, like because Bullet Club are kind of like the outsiders. So if you turn them down, that makes you an Impact guy.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
Not officially like a face, but you sort of become, well, you're not with them, you're with us, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's there's not a lot of gray there. It's either going to solidify him as a big baby face / kind of Stone Cold Steve Austin type character even more, or it's just going to add muscle and even a stronger foothold for New Japan Strong's Bullet Club version in Impact Wrestling. So either way, in my opinion, in my professional podcasting opinion, it's a win. Either way.
Yeah, they still haven't really announced the teams for that, like the 18
No. Match. Yeah. Man, we are finally at the main event, gentlemen.
Yes.
This was a long show, good card, but a large card.
Yeah,
it was. It was great. It had a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Great. You can say like fantasy matches. You know. Dream matches.
I'd go as far to say that I think this was as good as Hard to Kill. I think the last two events have been a little less. But I think maybe just sort of maybe slightly below. But I think it's better than Sacrifice and better than No Surrender.
Yes, agreed. Hard to Kill this year, though, was maybe one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time. Hard to Kill this year was just wow. But no, I'm with you though. I feel what you're saying, that the level at Impact right now, just in 2022 in general, has been very, very high, and it has not dipped.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So, last but certainly not least, this was really fun to watch. And man, Briscoe's killed it tonight. We got a win from the Good Brothers, and I had the feeling like it kind of felt like, hey, if the Briscoes won, they're going to join Impact Wrestling. If they lost, their future with Impact Wrestling is a bit of a question mark. But I understand why. You know, this had the whole Ring of Honor representation here, even though with what happened at Supercard of Honor, where FTR did beat him for the belts, possibly sending him out of the company, it's really kind of hard to figure out what's going on with the Briscoes here. There's a big question mark on their future. It's wide open. They could stay in Ring of Honor for some reason. They could join Impact Wrestling, or they could just float the indies, and who knows? What do you guys think?
Yeah. Apparently, something come out when after the show finished, where the Good Brothers took the mic and apparently said they want another crack at the Good Brothers. So apparently, they will have another match in Impact, whether that's confirmed or not. But
I saw that as well.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. I hope.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. To me, they make perfect sense in Impact.
We need tag teams and AEW overcrowded.
And there's an existing history. McMahon isn't going to sign them. Khan isn't going to sign them based on what he says. You know, it's a perfect fit. They would mesh so well with the crowd, the audience, the locker room. You know, I think we'll get the Briscoes.
Yeah.
I'm crossing my fingers, but this was a really fun match.
Dude.
And I'll say it again.
Yeah.
The match that you have to watch, absolutely, if you love solid tag team wrestling, classic tag team wrestling, go watch the Briscoes versus FTR that led into this. Because that was, as much as I love the Good Brothers, that match blew this one away.
I didn't see that one, but I will say the last handful of matches the Good Brothers have been fantastic. I mean, obviously we know they're a well-seasoned and well-respected tag team, but I think in Impact, their matches had been less than stellar or impressive up until a certain point. But over the last few months, I've really been into Good Brothers matches.
Many people have said that they are better when they're not champions, and it does seem that way.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
But
I see that.
It's strange how sometimes that works.
Right.
But,
like why? But yeah, you're right.
But
and you know, they're one of those teams that don't need it either, right? They don't need the belts.
Yeah.
So.
You know, they prove that they are a good tag team. Like in this match, they proved that they are a fantastic tag team. They're both good on the mic. And the Briscoes, you know, that this is my first time, maybe my second time watching a full match. But yeah, absolutely fantastic match, and they gelled well in there as well.
Yeah,
and no, Mayor, I didn't forget about the Josh Alexander Jonah Moose PCO match. We just
we talked about meat a lot during that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And PCO is injured, by the way.
Is he?
He pulled out of the GCW show today because he's injured from last
night. I wouldn't be surprised.
It had to be that. It had to be that shoulder bump on the apron.
Yeah.
It had to be that.
Yeah,
he was feeling it after. He was doing this after the match. Yeah, I noticed him after that loss. Yeah.
Well, I mean, God, you do a bump like that as a regular part of your set, like it's gonna happen. Yeah, PCO's fucking nuts. Love that guy. He's so awesome.
Yeah.
Get well soon, PCO.
Right. Yeah.
Jonah!
What a nut! What a
nut! PCO. He's so awesome.
This is where the tapings do help, because obviously we'll still see him on TV for the next few weeks at least. So hopefully he can heal up by Rebellion.
Yeah.
Go to, depending on how long he's out, and maybe it's just. Hopefully it's not like torn or something, because at his age that could be even
a long time,
a career killer.
Yeah.
But go to Ringside Collectibles, go buy his figure, go to wherever is
I was thinking to say that
PWTs, whatever.
Yeah, PCO is I guess barely human enough to get hurt, but he'll probably be back like tomorrow. That'll be how long it takes PCO to get over this injury.
Right. He's got to hook up some wires and okay, he's good.
Exactly.
Reattach a new arm.
Yeah.
He just needs a little recharging time.
Exactly.
So
well, gentlemen,
let's go around the horn, and I just want to I mean, if you could pick, which is, I know it's difficult, but if you could pick a favorite, what do you guys think? Let's go with Simply Steve. What was your favorite? Because you came in here like partway through.
For me, I would go Shelley versus Mike Bailey.
Okay, all right. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree with that. I don't know really what my favorite is, but I'll absolutely agree that was
might change on a second or third viewing, but at first viewing, that was the one.
It's hard to pick. It really is.
There were 3, maybe 4 that I think you could put in the conversation. Like on a whim, I'll go Edwards Ishii because that was just that kind of style. I just love strong style stuff. So to me, that appealed. You know,
they're all great in a different way, weren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Like seeing Sabin get that win was huge. I love Chris Sabin. I've become a massive Sabin fan in the last year or so. You know, he's probably my favorite wrestler at the moment. So that was a big one. And then the Shelley Bailey match was just so good. God, it's a tough one. This was a fantastic show. Just a hell of a show.
And just for the sake of being different, I'm going to say the main event because it just felt so good seeing the Briscoes in there with the Good Brothers, just because of what I saw earlier in the night. You know,
what it represents.
Right. It continued the hype. You know.
Yeah, it's a big match. I know that's actually when I said maybe 4. That's the match I was thinking of. Jay was the main event just because of what it represents and what it is. It's a big marquee main event.
And that crowd pop, man.
Yeah, this crowd.
In there,
This crowd was live all night too, by the way. Like, great shout out to the crowd because these people are at a 9 p.m. start show, and they've probably all been at 1 or 2 shows before this. So kudos to that crowd, man. That couldn't have been an easy night to keep up a 3-hour show at the end of the day that ended at midnight.
Yeah, and thank you for the compliment, Doc. You know, glad you found the channel too.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you keep coming around. It's constructive criticism. You know, it's not like we love everything Impact does. You know, we all have our favorites of what they do, as you can see on this panel. So, but yeah, we lovingly cover Impact Wrestling. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But hey, if you want to see some other stuff, go check out my other channel. Cheap plug. Smash This Podcast, where we do cover some Impact and AEW amongst other things. So,
and sometimes I'm even on that show too.
Oh yeah, we get everyone in there.
Might get lost sometimes.
There you go.
You get lost sometimes, don't you, and end up there?
Yes, I do actually. Actually, Steve's been on too. Same thing. Hey guys, I just woke up. All right, gentlemen. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed watching it with the patrons last night in the treehouse. Always a good time. Jay, you going to be on tonight reviewing WrestleMania? Because I'm not going to watch WrestleMania, but I'll watch you talk about it.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what I'm feeling like. It's going to be a long day.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I'll be sitting in a much comfortable chair. I'm not going to be sitting here, you know. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I like to cover all sorts of stuff on Smash This Podcast. I just signed up for the cock again. Got a good price on it. Couldn't complain. And
what are they charging for some cock these days?
If you want to sign up and get a lower price, put in the promotion code WrestleMania 38. Get it for $380 a month. That's
oh wow.
That's the premium.
That's a good deal. Shit.
You get everything. Yep.
I mean, I already have premium cock, but that's a good deal.
Yeah. Either way, it's $4.99 a month. Can't complain about that. So
yeah. Absolutely. And you can't teach that.
That's right. So yeah, thanks everyone for showing up. Well, we'll be back for the Patreon content for Sunday night, probably.
Unless you end up getting too busy with Mania and stuff. So possibly a move on Sunday dinner. You never know.
We might move it to Tuesday like we have in the past. So don't be surprised. But nonetheless, go join the Patreon. And that invite should be in the link in the description. Go check out the merch through the 4th. Get your 20% off. It's a great deal. Get yourself some TNI merch or some STP merch. Yes, there's the link right there. Patreon.com/We Talk Impact. And you can also look up We Talk Impact and check out all the audio, get that worldwide I need coffee. Let's get that
We're 2 hours into a show we said we were going to do quick. Look, it's been Saturday morning wrestling. If you're like my age or fucking older, like motherfucking Bone Daddy over here, you remember Saturday morning wrestling. It's the shit. It feels fucking natural. That's why so many of you tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love talking about wrestling on a Saturday morning. We might do it again. We got a shit ton of shows. We got a Patreon. We got shirts. For those of you that are new, like Dr. Gerbs, glad you found us. Come talk some Impact. We fucking love Impact Wrestling. We love all wrestling except WWE. Jay even watches some of that shit, so you'll hear some of that too. Man, this has been Multiverse of Matches. It was a wild fucking show. Check it out. It's $20 on Fight. Yeah, man, Saturday morning. Let's go have our weekend. Steve is the next one on a public show, right? No, Monday night we have the Throwback with Trent and J-Bone. Hopefully Bill and myself. Wednesdays at noon, 6 BST. You can find simply Steve on TNI UK Impacted. Take us the fuck out of here, J-Bone.
Hell yeah. Thanks everyone for showing up this morning. Thanks for the tips. No matter where you are, either on Twitch or on the YouTube. So yeah, let's get out of here. Much love. See you soon.